Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Thank you for joining us on today's AI challenge. This is day 29 and it's really exciting. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're joining us from other aspects or parts of the world, we're excited to have you. And I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for joining us. Today, we are going to be having a recap of some of the tools we had learned in week one, which include Notion, Asana, and Trello. Some of us hadn't joined the challenge by that time, so we want to help you catch up and ensure that even if you had joined, you're able to track what you've learned and you're able to remind yourself or ask any questions you may not have been able to ask at the first time. So Trello, Asana, and Notion are relatable tools. These are tools that we use for project management, task management, team management. Basically, if you want to manage a team remotely, if you're a remote worker, this is a tool that you would find very useful. And if you also want to have a company that you run virtually, you would have to use this tool. Hello, Cynthia Ben. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. We appreciate your support and we really look forward to having you as a member of the Hughes and Tech community. Please try to take a course with us. I would gladly welcome you to be part of us. Hughes and Tech is an ethic organization. We are focused on helping women transition into tech by learning no code tech skills such as project management, product management. We also teach business analysis and in demand skills. We have AI skills that you would learn AI for creatives, AI for Zugasi courses. And all these courses are very relevant. Our curriculum is rich and we always improve our curriculum to meet the needs that our audience would have. So please, if you haven't taken any course with Hills and Tech, this is your opportunity. This is your sign too. Our courses, when you register with Hills and Tech, you're not just registering for a course. You're not just registering to learn business analysis. You are registering to be part of the community that helps you grow. It will help you build your CV, your portfolio, will literally support you through your career and beyond your career. We have an active alumni community. Some of the facilitators from this challenge have been part of Hughes and Tech and they are part of the Hughes and Tech community. So we are bent on supporting everyone. So you're also not just paying for a course, you're paying for a lifetime support. So I encourage you, if you have not in any way considered taking a course with Heels and Tech, this is your sign too. And also, this 30 days AI challenge is in commemoration of the International Women's Day, which was held in the month of March. But we know that we have males who also join this challenge, and we love that. We appreciate your participation. I want you to share today's link. I want us to have at least 20 people on this live stream. Please share and invite people to join us. And I am Rejoice Iruoma. I'm the Operations and People Manager at Hills and Tech. It's my pleasure having you all. So let's get into today's tool. I said we are going to be recapping the tools we learned in week one, which are productivity tools that can also be used for project management and product management and a few other tasks, especially if you have a remote team or you intend to run your business virtually. You can also use it for personal purpose, tracking your life, keeping track. A lot of people most times overthink. Overthinking is all usually as a result of having so much in your head. Tools like Trello, which we're going to start with, is going to help you know how to put things from your head to perhaps you will not have paper with you, so your device, your phone or your laptop, you can easily track all you need to do, especially if you're someone who is very busy and has a lot of schedules and things to meet up with. Trello is a tool you can use to track your activities. You can use it to track things in your life. For example, please confirm you can see my screen. Can you kindly confirm you can see my screen? Can you all see my screen? So Trello is one of the tools you use to track tracks and track tasks. You can also assign tasks. If you have a team, you can use Trello to check it. It does a lot with colors, kind of keeps it alive. And you can also manage how you see the colors. Okay, thank you, Cynthia. You can manage how you see the colors so they don't chase you out. You can use your favorite colors. It can literally be something endearing and something you like to come back to. So, yeah, now that we can see my screen, let's explore once again. I already did this demo in the first day. I'll just show you a little. Trello is owned by Atlassian. Atlassian also owns the tools like Jira, as you can see here, for project management, Scrum, bug tracking, web design process. They own tools like Jira and Confluence, which we also learned in the course of the training. You can go back and search our playlist to find the day it was taught if you're interested in learning Jira and you're also interested in learning Confluence. We had our alumni, some of them were able to come on board and they taught this and very in a very effective way. Okay, so for today, this is our Trello workspace. You can create as many. Trello calls its own says a fields. It calls it cards, and it also has boards. So you can create as many boards and cards as you want. So the Trello demo board we had used the first day of our class, and I told you that you can minimize preview stuff. You can minimize it as well. You can also add cards. For example, this is editable. You can take it to a whole page where you can add description, you can write a comment, you can also show these details or share it with someone. Also, you can add a cover to it, which as you can see, is either you make it full or you make it just for the header. I think I'll prefer to have it just for the header. Okay, that done. You see it has changed. Oh, it still stayed at full. So this is fully the color of the theme. I think it makes it exciting. Tax is something you should look forward to seeing. It's not something that should scare you. So if you're able to use your favorite colors to work around it, that would be great. So now we have planner, but I do not need a planner at this in this example. But for you to see what it's like. So with this planner, you can connect your calendars to get side-by-side view of your planner and your to-dos. So you can connect your either Google or Chrome account. However, you can connect anyone you want. But we may not need to do that now. So let's just focus on using this tool. But this is doable and it's a very straightforward process. You will not find it complicated. So these are the board cards we had created, the boards we had created, pay school fees, backlog refinement, score meeting, introduction, sprint planning. You can literally have your life stored here. Easter plans, beach on Friday. Okay, March 20th. So let's assume this was done. So we take it as complete. Then cinema on Saturday. Let's also assume that was done. Lunch after church. I believe a lot of us did this. So I'm Cynthia. I I think this can mark your calendar, right? What your activities for the past weekend, Easter celebration, and all that. So yeah, you can actually track it. Okay, and then for your Scrum meeting, if you're in a project management or product management program, you can always tick this as done, not done. You can also add status. You can also add your status, for example. All right. You can add this as well. Checklist, what have you done? You can also assign, you can add a due date. Then you can actually add more stuff. You can create your own custom fields as well. So, however, this is open for your creativity. However, you want to manage it, you can add members if there are people you want to see this. So, I added myself. You can also use this for family in your family, right? If you have adult kids or grown up kids who yes, teenagers and maybe university students who are your children and you want everybody to be on track with what they need to do, you can have a Trello family account. I mean, that's not impossible. Provided whatever helps you stay productive and see what you're doing. You can have your chores. Okay, mom is not around, but you can track the activities. This is what you're supposed to do. Joshua's This is just assignments. This is business chores. When you're done with yours, you tick. And obviously, you can't tick it when you're not done because other family members are there to see it. So I'm just saying that besides the corporate world and all that you can do in the corporate environment, you can actually take these tools down to personal use. Please, if you agree with me on this, I'd like to see your comments. Do you agree that you can use Trello for family arrangements or sorting out things at home and ensuring that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, and then keeping track of tasks even in the family level. So if you agree with me, I would like to see your comments before. And if you want to see any specific thing on Trello, please comment before we move to Notion. I'd like to see your engagement. If there are no comments, then we can move to Notion. Do you think you can use productivity tools in family setting? Hello, you more. Thank you so much for joining. And did you get my question? Okay, yes, yes, yes. I think it was very great. You can manage a lot of things at home. No denial, nobody saying I didn't know, I didn't say, I didn't do. Everybody's tracking it and seeing it. Hi, Annie Chisholm. Thank you for joining. So we just talked about Trello, and we mentioned that you can use Trello to track things at home, not just your corporate life. Your family can be as organized as your organization. So yeah, you can take the planner out of the screen so you can see this fully. So this is basically someone's life in paper. Shopping, hiking, travel to Rwanda, visit mom, pay school fees, all these things. You can plan a lot. And remember, you can also switch boards. You can have more than one board. You can have family. You can yesterday you can name this family planning. Well, not the medical family planning. This is the the actual planning type of thing. So let's say nuclear family planning or my family planning or family schedule tax planning perhaps. So is that clear? So yeah, that's it. That's all it takes. So if this is your nuclear family, you want to create their plan and okay, be able to, and then you have another thing. You can use it to track your business. Oh, I need to go to Dubai next week to shop for things, or I need to go to Canada, or I need to go to Alaba market or something. You can also do that, include that there so you're not missing out. And then there's another interesting aspect of Trello, which is called automations. You can actually automate your task, which is, for example, you can see when a card is added to this list, uh, this is what you want it to do. You add action. You say set due date perhaps. So if you want to say pay school fees, the next time if you add next time you add pay school fees to set a due date, and the due date can be every semester. You can use it to say, oh, every semester. Once you, oh, yours is frozen, your screen, or oh my god, sorry. Okay, that's the screen now. Okay, sorry. It actually didn't show you the screen. Okay, so let me run through that. Sorry about that. So I was saying that you can always show your planner here, your inbox. If you have any messages, you can send messages through this Trello. Someone not using Trello can also on your list can send a message to you. So you can always show that there, and you can always remove the planner from your view if you don't want. And then I said that this we edited this to be my family tax planning. You can edit it to whatsoever. You can say children's chores, or school. Basically anything you want to make it focused. But let's say family tax planning because it's beyond just task, washing clothes or doing anything. It's all here. And then you can also have business, track your business. For example, okay, buy a house. Let's say doing. You can change this title actually, but let's just leave it as to do. And then let's say doing. You can do fencing, the warehouse. and then you can add in done, you can add restocking. So basically, you can also have that of your business. If you want to know how I change this, it's just simple. You can go here and change background. So perhaps your business color, so it keeps you motivated and focused on what your business is about. You can use blue, you can use any color, just the three dots here, and you change that. You can add another list. Next year. Okay, so what should we add in next year? Anybody interested? What should we add in next year? Any suggestions? Any suggestions on what we can add for next year? Oh, sorry. Okay, can you all see my screen now? Is my screen visible now? You more, please can you confirm you can see my screen now? Okay, great. So I said that you can actually change it to your brand color and all that. Then I also showed us the place of automation, so things can kind of sort themselves out without your attention. And then I'm asking, okay, next year's plan can be start a branch of business in Atlanta. So yeah, you can always use this to remind yourself of things you need to do and always switch back when you need to switch back. I think this color is too faint, so let's just put something else. You can add your family's picture, for example. Like let's say this is your family matter. So you can actually just use any of the, let's say this is not I don't have any family pictures here, but you can add your family's picture here. So as you're seeing it, you're seeing your children and everything, or your spouse, or your mother, your father, your siblings. You can just use that. Okay, so that'll be it for Trello. I'm going to share my screen again and present on Notion. So if you have any questions on Trello, please you can ask. Any questions on Trello? We are going over to Notion. Notion is a very good tool as well for productivity and management. Is my Notion screen. Major difference between Notion and Trello is that Notion uses what we call blocks, but Trello uses cards. Please, I want to believe that if you've been active in this class, that you've actually attempted the quiz. The quiz was sent for us to evaluate your knowledge and for you to evaluate your learning process. And trust me, it's not if you've been attending, and even somehow by intuition you should be able to answer the questions. I would encourage you to attempt the quiz. It's beneficial to everyone, it's beneficial to you to evaluate how much of all these tools you actually know about. Knowledge is power. You don't know where these tools will help you stand out. Oh, someone's having a challenge. I want to create a website, or they're charging me this amount, I can't afford it, and I really need it to show my business at this seminar or to present or give this proposal. You can always tell the person, have you heard of Lovable? Have you heard of Base 44? And the person like, oh, how did you get to know about that? Well, thanks to the 30 days AI challenge, we got to know about that. So these are things that you should be able to say, okay, this tool is used for this, is used for that. That quiz will help you know what those functions are and evaluate your learning so far. Please share this link with someone so we can have more people join our live stream. And we've talked about Trello. So now let's look at Notion. Please, I believe you all can still see my screen. So let me make this maximize this so you can all see clearly. So let's look at Notion. Notion, and mind you, all these tools actually have access to your email address. So they will always send you reminders in your email about things you said you would do, things that are due, things that you've not done. So these are all the functions for which you can use Notion. Get answers about work, content faster. Notion has is a form as well. You can use Notion forms. You can have a personal workspace. You can have a personal workspace. You can also use it to record meetings, but this is limited. If you're not on the play plan, at some point you would have to pay, or it would not let you use it. And it has its own AI, which is very helpful. You find it as helpful as ChatGPT. You can ask random questions, or you can also ask questions related to what you already have stored there. It can help you write missing agendas, personalize emotion AI, create task tracker. Basically, you can let's ask a question. How can I create a dashboard? Let's see. I believe you can see this. So it's going to provide an answer. You can create a dashboard in Notion in two common ways, depending on. Can you see this? Oh, I took that out. Full screen. Yeah, let's make this full screen. So you see, you can actually engage it in various ways. Um, how can I? Okay, let's say create a job description for a manager, perhaps. So it can actually serve these functions for you and also provide you alternatives on how you can implement its response to your Notion account. So let's also explore this. You have Notion meetings, Notion AI, which is what we're currently using. You have your inbox. Yeah, so you see, it said all set, drafted job manager description, open page. You see, so this can actually help you do a lot of things. You don't necessarily have to go to ChatGPT to use the functions. You can actually use the functions outside of ChatGPT and still get results. So this is one of the ways the Notion can be helpful through Notion AI. Now let's return back to here. So you have your library, you have your to-do list. So on this to-do list, you can say to do done. Basically, you can filter, sort, basically. Okay, and then you also have a public domain, the one that people can see. You can add new. So let's quickly create the dashboard. I think I want an empty database. So in this database, I like to add icon. Let's say let's use this 100% productivity. This new database, what can we name this database? Any suggestions? Database, let's say business database, staff database for business. You can also use it to do customer database. Then you can add cover. Okay, you can change this. You can change this to something else. I think we should use this. Yes. Then if you place it and you don't like the position, you can actually reposition by dragging and dropping. I think I like this aspect of it. Okay, so that's it. Then to create a table, or there are different views for which you can see how your stuff is shown, either as a board view, is to show here, display here as a board view, or as gallery. There are many views, list, timeline, chart. You can use the various views. You can form. You can also do a form using Notion. So does anyone have any suggestions on what you want us to use as database for, apart from the basics that I think we already know from the last class? So you can add your name. You can also edit. You can delete this. I think I like to delete. So this is for board, but let's say you want to use a table. You can add property either as a text, number, date. So let's just say date. The kind of feature it will show date. So this can be date of employment. Nothing filter. You can say date of employment, and then the data type will remain as date because that's what's going to show you. If you put anything there, it's not going to work. For example, let's try. So you see, it automatically saves as date. Status will mean that you can change type here. Status means that it says tick status complete, not done, done, whatever. You can change it to um, checkbox, URL, email, number, text. Okay, does anyone have any questions on Notion? So we can run through that. Do you have any questions? Do you have any aspect of it you want us to focus on? I already mentioned that Trello, Notion, Asana are very related because they are tools are common to project managers and product managers. And also you can use it for personal planning, personal task tracking, and other productivity purposes, which usually helps you not store things in your head but have them in your dashboard. So you can refer to them and other people can have access. It's almost like putting your brain or your mind on a table or in a document and someone else can access it. See what's going on, see what has been done, see what's yet to be done, and it can help you, other people keep you accountable. It's also an accountability tool. So if you're working on a project and you want people to be you want to be accountable, you can have people create a Notion account or create a Trello account, put up what you need to do there and assign it to people or get them to be team members so they can always see and track your progress. So these are other, should I say, automated ways you can go about your tasks and engagement beyond the local pen and paper or word of mouth. Okay, I believe we are all following. If you're just joining us, today is day 29 and we're very excited. And I also want you to go and do the quiz. If you haven't done the quiz, please engage, help us evaluate your learning process, and also for yourself, evaluate your learning process and be sure that you actually understood what was said in this past 29 days. Tomorrow is going to be an exciting day. Please do well to join us and achieve something to Ben. You more people will have something coming for you. And please, if you're on the alumni group or on the general group, we are requesting for your full name. We'd like to have your full name and your email address. So please, after this class, I would like you to check the WhatsApp community and respond. We'd like to have your full name and your email address. Thank you so much for constant participation. We really appreciate. And if you're just joining us and you haven't engaged in the comment section, please do well too. It helps us know what's happening and whether you need any further guidance with what we're teaching. Still, I would last review on Notion before we move forward. You can either view as a board or view as table or gallery, and then you can create as many additional dashboards or pages as you want. You can create many as you want. Here, you can use these pages to store things. You can have a form. Basically, you can use it to create a form and get feedback, and it will be stored here. Hi, Sandra Chibuza. Thank you so much. We've also enjoyed your participation. Yes, and we're excited. We're excited to have you be a part of this and consistently join us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So now we're going to look at Asana, and I expect us to ask any questions that we may have. If you have any questions, please do well to drop them. Once again, if you haven't attempted taking the quiz, please do well to. It will help us evaluate your learning and all that you know the facilitators too can also know, oh, this is the feedback that they have. We also like to take testimonials tomorrow, so if you're interested in giving a verbal visual testimonial tomorrow, please drop a message, send a message to the community manager. A request has been sent for those that are interested to indicate, so please indicate and drop your review. We would like to share. Okay, I believe you can all see my screen now. So this is Asana. Asana is Jira is, if you were in the last session we had about Jira, we talked about the fact that all the other tools that compete, but it's outstanding and it's one of the old tools that have been there. Asana is one of those tools too that is very popular, and most project or product manager recruiters would usually ask if you have knowledge of it. And trust me, it's not difficult. If you're able to learn how to use just one tool, if you can use Notion and Trello, you can surely use Asana. So if you're seeing my screen, I let this be so that you can see the plan. Eventually, we'll downgrade because so we can just see how it works. But in case you want to have it as a proper project planning or personal planning, app, this is a starter. This is the pricing for it. Okay, so we'll downgrade and go to the free version. So Asana, like I already said, is just like Trello. If you can use Trello and Notion, oh, hello everyone. Sorry about that. I think there's a glitch in our connection, so I was taken out. But can you please confirm you can hear me now? I was sharing my screen on Asana. Okay. Cynthia, can you hear me now? Can you see me now? Please confirm you can hear me and you can see me now. There was a glitch. We had a network setback. That was why I lost connection. Okay, so I already showed you this. So if you see this on your own, just come here and say downgrade to free plan and go back to your dashboard. Okay, it looks like they're insisting on having us use other functions or making us pay. But basically, if you want to go ahead with using this tool, It's great and it's one of the oldest tools that have existed in project management. So since they are not going to let us use it that way, we'll just let it be then. But you can go back to the day one video, which was the first tool that we learned about, and watch to see how best you can use Asana. If you're just joining us, I am Rejoice Iruoma, and it's been exciting. I really appreciate everyone that has been active. Your feedback have been great. Please, we would like to have your testimonials. If you're on the community, please just indicate and we'll reach out to you to get your testimonial either as written, recorded video, or if you don't mind coming on the live stream tomorrow to say a few things, we would love to have you. So please send a message or indicate and we'll reach out to you. Thank you so much for your active participation. Cynthia Ben, Adeza Goodluck, Annie Chiso, Miyumo Bibowe, Sandra Chibuzo. Thank you so much for always showing up. We really, really appreciate. And we call it a day. Any questions? Trello, and Notion. At least we looked at Trello extensively. If there are no questions, please just say no questions or indicate so I know that we're all together. Okay, Sandra says thank you. Thank you, Sandra. Excited. Thank you. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with us on 29, day 29. Tomorrow is going to be amazing. Please share, invite people to join. We want to have at least 100 people on this live stream. Thank you so much for staying with us. If you appreciate the work of Hills and Tech team, if you appreciate Hills and Tech as an organization and see the value of what we've given, please invite someone and be available for the grand finale tomorrow by 5 p.m. It's going to be very, very, very exciting. We'll openly acknowledge a lot of people that have contributed to the success of this program. Okay, yes, we'll do that. We'll drop the pre-recorded CapCut video. Thank you so, so much. Thank you so much, Anichiso. All right, enjoy the rest of your evening. I have been Rejoice Iroma. Thank you so much. If you haven't taken a course with Hills and Tech, now is the best time too. Please go to www.hillsandtech.com, check out our courses, and register with us. That's the next step with this challenge that you've had. We've challenged you to know how to use these tools. We would like you to upgrade by getting the certifications that will make it very useful for you. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your evening.